Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel again. Happy Visas. Today we're going to be speaking about famous quotes and their meanings. Famous quotes from famous people. We'll go into each one of them and try to understand what the famous quote by famous people mean. So, one famous American president once said, "The only thing that I fear is something that I know will never hurt me, a woman." Now, I'm not sure if that was Benjamin Franklin or not, but I think it was. I just forgot to put his name there. My apologies. Yeah, so what does it mean? I'm terrified of my wife. I know she'll never hurt me, but I always bow down. I always back off. You remember that in the other video? Back off from any argument, that phrasal verb. So that famous quote means he's scared of a woman. She'll never hurt him, probably terrified of his wife. Why are you late home? Why are you doing this? Um, I, I'm terrified of my wife sometimes, even though she loves me to bits and she'll never hurt me. One of my favourite quotes, this was by Benjamin Franklin. um, Well done is better than well said. I meet a lot of talkers in my life. Uh, they very good talkers, but they never do anything. You know, I would like to say to them, well done, that was a great job. Not well said, that is beautiful words. So well done is better than well said, and I definitely agree with that. We all have ideas, and my motto is implementation, implementation, implementation. If you don't do anything about it, that's all it is an idea. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. So I love Nelson Mandela. He's my hero. God bless his soul. He forgave everybody. 25 years in prison. He stopped civil war there. My hero. I only have two heroes in my life. I'm not into black people or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not into Black Lives Matter. But my two heroes, number one by far, Nelson Mandela, but I also love Muhammad Ali. Very great people. So, what does this famous quote mean? When you fail, try again. The greatest glory living lies not in never falling, not in ever failing, but getting back on your feet and try again until you succeed. Another one is, if at first you fail, try again. So yeah, I love that Nelson Mandela quotation. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Again, it's similar to the one above, similar to this one here. Well done is better than well said. Do something about it. Stop talking. Implementation, implementation, implementation. That's a quote by Walt Disney, obviously, very famous company now. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Steve Jobs. I love his products. I'm on a Apple now. Don't like the company. I don't like how they always try to get the last dollar out of you. I wish Steve Jobs was back. He might bring some ethics back to the company. But I love their products and I have to buy them. If there was an alternative, I would. But yeah, let's go through that. Let's dissect it. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. You know, do what you believe in. Do your labor of love. Don't get trapped in somebody else's way of thinking, their logic. Um, you know, Listen to your parents. but inevitably do what you want to do. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. No, what I would add to that, if you've got a dream and you can implement that dream, um, great, beautiful. We all have dreams, but it is important that we do something about it. Um, so, if you believe in something, again, a labor of love, and you have this dream, I don't know, to travel the world. If you have the dreams to set up a business, believe in them, do them. If you look at what you have in life, you'll always want more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. Again, I don't like Oprah Winfrey, but I like the quotation. I think Oprah Winfrey's on another planet half the time. I don't think she's in the real world. Uh, but I do like that quotation. Yeah, I said to my darling, you only see the bad in me, see the good, see the things that I do. So if you have a look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. Look what you've got: good husband, good family, good job. Look at what you've got. If you're looking at what the neighbours have got, oh, they've just bought a new car. They've just got a house extension. They've just been on holiday. So if you're always looking at what the neighbours have, you'll never have enough. I'm a simple person. I'm very simplistic. Don't get me wrong. If I was rich, I'd spend it. I wouldn't be simple. Probably that's forced on me by my financial circumstances. Um, yeah, I love that quote by her. Just don't like her mentality as a person, let's say. If you have set your goals ridiculously high and it's a failure, you will fail above everyone else's success. Yeah, don't be afraid to aim high. Don't be afraid, um, to do the best that you can. If you have simple, um, what's that? If you raise the bar quite low, you might achieve it. If you raise it high, at least if you fail, you can say, well, it was an impossible task. It was a very difficult task. At least I tried. So yeah, raise that bar very, very high. Um, you know, Achieve what you can. That's what James Cameron says. I don't necessarily agree with it. I would need to think about that one. This is a quote by John Lennon from the Beatles. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one. I don't think it's going to happen. You know, Maybe in 1,000 years, maybe if we get attacked by aliens, we'll all join together. And I think that's what we need: somebody from another planet, and then all the people in the Middle East and Asia and North America and Europe, we would all be together as one. We'll all join together. We'll live as one because we have a common interest. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. Obviously, the Gandhi family from India kicked the British out, and rightly so. Gandhi was a great one. Again, one of my heroes. Still love Nelson Mandela, but Gandhi was a good guy. I'm not gonna, stop travel. I believe that we need to do something about the environment. We need to do something about all the conflicts in the world. But I'm not going to be standing up and be counted. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to um, be the change. I don't think it will. My input will change anything. So I'm going to still use my cars. I'm still going to use my aeroplanes for travel. I'm not going to be the one who tries to change the world. I'll leave that to Gandhi, who did a very good job in India. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. Mother Teresa, Mother Teresa, sorry. Yep, spread love around the world. I always say to my little boy who's 5, it's, always be polite, always be kind to people. Very, very important. It's much easier to be nice and to be kind than it is to be evil and horrible. Take the easy route, and you'll have a much better life. You'll have a lot more friends. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Franklin Roosevelt. I don't really know how to translate it any better than that. Fear is fear itself. How you get over that, I'm not sure. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Martin Luther King. Yeah, as I've just said, it's much easier to love and to be kind and than it is to be evil and horrible. Just love your neighbor, love your friend. Another thing I would add, I always go off the individual. I don't go off whether you're from Middle East, from Africa, from Asia. If you happen to be from Asia or Africa and you're a bad person, you're a bad African. That's it. I go off the individuals. If you're a good African, you're great. I don't see race, anything like that. I do believe in profiling. I do believe in that, which could be racism. What do I mean by profiling? Um, you know, if there's a crime happening and it happens in a bank, it's probably a white person who did it. White collar crime. Normally, white people do that. So I would be looking at a white man, not an Asian or an African, if I was a police officer or a detective. Do one thing every day that scares you. Oh, no, thank you. I'll not do that. A nice quote. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Yeah, the most beautiful thing in the world for me is when my son gives me a hug or he tells me a few beautiful words. Even when he shouts at me, it makes me fall in love with him even more. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Yeah, Aristotle. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Yeah, you know, um, be a leader. If you're going into business, do something what nobody else has done. Let them follow you. Let them copy your idea. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Let everybody follow you. Be a leader. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Oscar Wilde, I love him. I remember when he was on the radio and he said aliens were attacking. Probably about 10% of the population believed him. It created chaos. He was on his radio show. Aliens are attacking, aliens. And in the 50s, people believed that. Obviously, not everybody. But yeah, be yourself. There's only you. You can't be me. I'm already taken. You can't be me. Love Oscar Wilde. Guys, if you like this video, please subscribe. Please like. And if you want to buy me a coffee, please buy me a coffee. Thank you, guys.